At the August 2nd, 2022 City Council meeting, there was a presentation and declaration remembering 17 of Livingston's hometown heroes as selected by Livingston's Historical Society. Greetings everyone, this is the Gardening Snail of Livingston, California, just trying to keep the community informed and local government as honest as possible. Any editorial content in these videos is my own as a resident of Livingston and does not represent the views and opinions of the City Council or the City of Livingston, and certainly doesn't intend to represent any kind of legal advice. With that out of the way, let's move on to the excerpt from the August 2nd Council meeting honoring our hometown heroes.
Some proclamations. We have two tonight. Two very special proclamations recognizing individuals in our community that have, done excellent community work, and we want to recognize them tonight as we've been recognizing individuals in the past council meetings. Jackie, you want to say anything about item one? Okay. You want me to read the proclamation first, or you want to do the what at the end? Okay, perfect.
This was really a fun project. Got to meet with the girls and the gentleman sitting on the front row at the Historic Society as everyone began reminiscing about people that have really made great change to the city. And some of these, I think there's only one that is actually still with us. But some of these people I actually remember, and it just brought back fond memories. I'm sure that we could have 100 or more hometown heroes, because really Livingston is a wonderful place, and there's a lot of people that care about it, that love it, that do their best to make life better here. So I'm not going to read on everyone, but I will just go through and speak their names so you guys can have such a good time thinking about these folks as I have. So our first one is Apolina Jamero. She is also out on Winton Parkway, her cutout, and all of these are going to be in the museum so that you can read a lot about all the different ones. But one of the things that when Herb gave me this, he said, at the time when Filipinos were recognized by local legislators as undesirable people, Apolina was a link to help change the perception of the Filipino people. And that really just stuck in my heart. What a great woman. Never got to meet her, but she sure left a legacy here. We have Aurora Garcia. Many of you probably have met her. But she has a wonderful legacy here, and her family was actually one of the first that came to Livingston in the late 1800s. Bob Olson, many of you have probably had some sort of party out at his barn on Vinewood. Great guy. He was so positive. Him and his wife were a great team. Don Meyer, our tennis coach, loved the people here in Livingston, did everything for the kids, spent tons of his own money to help them be able to have lessons and be a part of different tournaments. And he also played the organ over at St. Jude for over 40 years. And here's one of my favorites, Woody Campini. He was always involved in everything, and he was actually the city clerk for many, many years. And so here he is doing his favorite thing. George Saunders, I never got to meet him, but he was also a great, recommended by our Historic Society. Helen Mitchell, our librarian. And our first chief of police, Horace Gilbert. Dr. Jerry Woolahan, it was really fun listening to the ladies reminisce about him delivering babies at people's houses and at his office. And of course, Joe Alvarez, who has the namesake for our baseball field. You can also see Joe's statue out at looking over right field, out at Alvarez Field. Keith Winton. And I've never got to meet Mr. Winton, but I know his family. And if he was as great as the rest of his family, I'm sure I would have loved him too. Lloyd Jackson, teacher over at LHS that had a great impact on the students. Lyle Fowler, actually Bab's dad, and very involved not only in the city but in the county. Marge Mcfadden, many of you may remember her. Margaret Cassell, she was the one who put out all the positive information about Livingston in the articles that she would write. Orville Young, another teacher from the high school that was a great. And Sherman Kishi, who is still with us, 94 years old, and loved this town. And every activity that was going on, you would sure to see Sherman there and being a part of it. And that's all of them.
Thank you, Jackie. You want to introduce? Members of the Historical Society here present?
Sure. If you're part of the Historical Society, can you stand up so that they can all see who's a part of the museum? And it's Robes, Bab, Miss Denny, Mr. Winton, Elaine, and I'm sorry I don't know everybody's full names, Miss Ida Escola, and Joanne Wells. And we need more members, so if you guys love history and want to keep the history of Livingston alive, come join us.
Thank you. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and read a proclamation, which is the proclamation of the City Council of the City of Livingston recognizing 17 hometown heroes in the City of Livingston, past and present, 2022. Whereas in 2022, in the year that Livingston will celebrate their centennial of incorporation, and whereas the City of Livingston Historical Society has recommended the following individuals as making a difference in the betterment of the city by the contributions they have made and to be recognized as hometown heroes. And whereas the hometown heroes include both men and women from the early 1940s through 2019. Whereas the following individuals have invested their time, talents, jobs, and resources for the betterment of the City of Livingston: Polonia Jamero, Aurora Garcia, Bob Olson, Don Meyer, Elbel Campini, George Saunders, Helen Mitchell, Chief Horace Gilbert, Dr. Jerry Wolohan, Joe F. Alvarez, Keith Winton, Lyle Fowler, Lloyd Jackson, Marge Mcfadden, Ms. Margaret Castle, Orville Young, and Sherman Kishi. And now, therefore, the City of Livingston hereby proclaims the listed individuals as Livingston Hometown Heroes as part of their centennial celebration, August 2nd, 2022, and will list these individuals in our Annuals of History to be recognized in the Historical Society and to be placed in our centennial time capsule. Their service to the city will forever be recognized. Thank you. Thank you, Jackie. Anything else?
We have a surprise presentation tonight. And
Can you do it on the mic, please? So people.
And I guess since he's the music man, I should have a song all prepared to sing tonight to him, but I'm sorry, I don't. Could you please come up here? Get up. This guy, I'm telling you, he is amazing. He has dedicated, well, we've had 3 music in memorial and went through COVID and didn't have one. But I'm telling you, he is a mover and a shaker. If I had about 10 of him, there's nothing we couldn't do. He has gone out and collected sponsorships. He's organized with all of the people who were playing and tried to select hometown folks so that we could really put Livingston in the spotlight. And if you guys have been out to anybody at any of these events, you know that they are fun. So next year, we're hoping if any of you would like to sponsor, RG will take your money. And we would love your help so that we can just keep this program going. And we do have an award for you, but I made you something really neat. Cool. Well, you know what I was going to do is I got a picture of him dancing with all the girls out in the middle of the stage, and I was going to play that.
I love live music. We all love live music. It's great. Music and memorial. Excellent. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, so we have a certificate here for you. It says the City of Livingston proudly recognizes Russ Winton for his commitment, dedication, and love for music and memorial. Thank you, Russ. You're appreciated for the great concerts you have brought to us over the years. Congratulations. I'm gonna go around.
Wait, I want to get a picture. Can you guys come up, brothers? Yeah. Thank you.
You know, I'm a selfish guy. Walking around town for many years and seeing this great grandstand in our Memorial Park sitting there, no music being played. All cities have music in the park. All cities. Livingston should. So in 2018, I just put it together with just all volunteer effort, and it went off really well. But it's because I love live music. I'm greedy. I want more live music. And it's turned out really well. And I want to thank the city, Jackie, and the rec department for supporting me and getting it going. The city of Livingston has a beautiful park out there. And in the old days, that's where the 4th of July celebration was held, but we outgrew it. And it's just sitting there. So take advantage of a situation. And I'm glad that I could do it. And we're going to look forward to more live music for Memorial on Mondays in the future. Thank you so much.